You unlock this video with a click of curiosity. Inside it is another dimension. A dimension of wrongs, a dimension of rights, a dimension of words. You're watching a video of both emptiness and substance, of comic books and movies. You've just crossed over into the What If Zone. Welcome to the What If Zone. Now, what is the What If Zone? Well, the What If Zone is a zone of what ifs. A zone of what if this happened, what if this was this, what if this was that. This is a zone where I will ask all of the real questions that everyone wants to get answered. Not really, they're questions that I want to get answered. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm Willie the Pooh Bear, still not famous enough for Disney to get mad at me by using the name Willie the Pooh Bear. And without further ado, let's go right into the What If Zone. Avengers Age of Ultron was a movie that was released earlier this year and turned out to be a little disappointing to say the least. But this isn't about that movie, this is a what if video. So what if Ultron had some semblance to the comic version that he's based off of? What if Black Widow and the Hulk didn't have a forced pickle romance? Why haven't you brought me pictures of Spider-Man, Parker? These are the questions that will be answered. Well, at least the first question will be answered. So the question is, what if Ultron was like his comic book counterpart? Well, besides the obvious fact that Hank Pym would be the one to create him, Ultron would have been seen as an actual threat. In a comic book story, Age of Ultron, Ultron has already taken over the world and killed plenty of people, superhero or not. Ultron's abilities include, but are not limited to, super strength, durability, absorbing energy, flying at supersonic speeds, a disintegration ray, the super usual super death robot powers, you know what I'm saying? But an important power that was missing is his encephalo ray. I know that name is a little bit of a mouthful, but let me explain it to you. You see, Ultron's encephalo ray can be used to put someone into a death-like coma, meaning once it hits you, then you're out, which is a little overpowered, and I understand why that wasn't in the movie. I don't know how they would have resolved that in the current Marvel Cinematic Universe, because everyone in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is super weak and super not like their comic people, but, let's leave that for another video. He's also made out of adamantium and not vibranium, but again, that's left out probably because Fox has Wolverine, and Wolverine is made of adamantium, and Marvel would rather just not have to deal with that. But with his true adamantium body, Ultron is basically indestructible, and he's able to take on an entire team of Avengers without much of a scratch on him. Now, this is where it gets important. There's another power that stems out from the encephalo ray, and that is mind control. Ultron is actually able to use that ray to mind control people and to implant hypnotic commands into people. This power not being included in the movie makes Ultron out to be just another filler big baddie in the Marvel Universe, which isn't what Ultron should have been. Ultron was able to take out the entire Avengers team single-handedly in the comic books, and in the story Age of Ultron, he was able to do so easily. Ultron should have been a top contender in villainy, but instead he was basically just a secondary threat in his own movie, which is sad, but hey, it happens. Imagine if Ultron had implanted a hypnotic command into Scarlet Witch and made her think that he was using her to mind control the Hulk and the rest of the team when it was really just him. Imagine what that would have put her through, just imagine. Imagine if Ultron was actually shown to have a fraction of the strength that his comic book version had. Would we still be disappointed in him, or would we still be satisfied? My guess is the latter. So basically, if Ultron was anything like his comic book counterpart in the movie, he would have been a super awesome thing, that thing where if he would have put that into Scarlet Witch's head and made her think that she was the one that was in control of mind controlling people, and it was really him the whole time, that would have gave this movie a whole new look. It would have been like, oh, maybe Ultron is really just evil because he was kind of their friends for the whole time. But then if he had been using her like that, then we would have been like, oh man. But alas, this is the what if zone, which means it's just a what if scenario, and that didn't happen in the movie, sadly. Marvel, you're so stupid sometimes. And that's about it for the what if zone. Hopefully you guys liked it. The what if zone is kind of a scary place. You can get trapped here sometimes. Right now I'm kind of trapped, but I'll probably get out eventually. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and that's about it, and peace.